let me introduce you to one of the most surreal places that I have ever been. This is Calaguas Island. On our way home from an unplanned road trip to Legazpi, Bicol, I realized that we still had 4 days before my flight to Australia and wanted to spend the final days in a peaceful and relaxing island. But I didn't want to go to just any beach. I was looking for something untouched, virgin if you will. So instead of heading over to Google, I asked around and one location kept popping up. They all said, Island. In that moment, I knew I had to check it out. Backtracking to the night before our trip to Calaguas, it's 10 p.m. and we're struggling to find accommodation. Upon calling the tourist guide that handles transfers to Calaguas Island, I was advised that the boats leave at 6 a.m. and to hire a private boat would cost us 13,000 pesos. We quickly realized that there was no way we would make it to the port in time, so we just accepted the private boat. Fortunately for us, a miracle happened at around about 12 a.m. where we found accommodation and was able to catch a few hours sleep before our drive to the port. To get to this island, we first had to drive to a port in Vinson's Camarines Norte, which was about 4 to 5 hours away from our initial destination, Bicol, Mayon.
Dadalhin din yun.
Dadalhin niya siyempre.
Dadalhin ko.
Nakaseparate eh.
Oo, kaya ayaw pang bumaba eh.
Na mama mo ayaw pang bumaba eh.
Ano hawak-hawak mo?
Pinapay ni Ninig, gusto mo ba?
We waited for over an hour. The port didn't look too nice. Keeping our expectations low, we boarded the boat anyway.
Sakay lang po, tapak. Sakay lang po.
And there we were. Hoping and waiting in hopes to see the true beauty of Calaguas Islands. With crystal clear blue waters, we'd finally made it to Cagayan Island. With no phone signal, we ended up entertaining ourselves by playing around with bugs. Every morning was a little like this. No sound but the calls of birds in the distance. The waters, so vibrant. They almost look like Gatorade reflecting the sky's perfect blue. Fresh seafood brought by the local fishermen at the break of dawn. And the best part? No signal, no distractions. Just you and the ocean, lost in the moment. We began our hike at 5 a.m., making our way to Mount Tagle, the best viewpoint on the island.
Saan tayo?
Hindi ko alam. Ano sinabi?
Mount T something.
Saan mo na paano nalaman?
Nakita ko yung sign kasi nagbabasa ako. Mount Tinagbo.
The hike started off flat and easy, but the real challenge hit as soon as we began climbing the mountain.
Pagod? Kaming kalabaw. Yun, no?
Kalabaw.
Ganda niya ang kit niya. Daming langaw.
Para siyang may crown na langaw. No? Kinakain.
Mount Tinago is pretty much the only place in the island with phone signal. Locals usually have to hike up here just to make calls to their families. After the hike, we had some lunch and prepared for our island hopping tour. We're now headed here, to a place called Calaguas Island.
Got some sand, Mick?
It took us around 20 minutes to reach Calaguas Island. The sand was scattered with shells and rocks, but the real magic was waiting for us at the top.
Sulit naman dyan, boss. Ito po ang Little Batanes.
Ah.
Calaguas Island.
This place has a New Zealand-like vibe, an island with a small mountain that rewards you with these incredible views from the top. One side stretches out to the amazing views of Cagayan Island where we stayed. Its beauty laid out like a postcard. On the other side, you're met with a stunning blend of rocky formations and lush, vibrant greenery, like nature's perfect contrast. The waters surrounding the island, they're like an underwater paradise, full of vibrant marine life waiting to be explored. And if you're lucky, you might even spot something rare, like the blue starfish I saw, glowing in the shallow waters.
Yeah, no? It's the last day here in Calaguas Island. We're about to go back to the port in Vincent's. I drive back to Manila, then I got an 8-hour flight to Melbourne, Australia. Now we're about to leave Calaguas Island. Cagayan. Alay lakad na siraan yung ano namin. Yung bangka.
Ano sira?
Ano yun, tita? Yung langis?
Transmission.
Transmission.
I've been to countless beaches in my life. Australia's Great Ocean Road, Kalinking Beach in Indonesia, and even some of the most stunning shores in the Philippines. But truthfully, none of them come close to the magic I felt in Calaguas Islands. There, for the first time in what feels like forever, my mind was still, completely at peace. Every night I drifted off to the soothing rhythm of the waves, and my only worry was that time was slipping away too fast. I wasn't ready to leave, and the thought of returning to the noise of everyday life felt almost unbearable. I realized it wasn't just the beauty of the islands that held me, it was the simplicity. The world felt smaller here, quieter. There were no notifications, no deadlines, no endless noise. just the sound of the ocean and the warmth of the sun on my skin. Leaving was hard, harder than I expected. It wasn't just about going back to the real world. It was about leaving behind a version of myself I hadn't seen in years. As the boat pulled away from the island, I promised myself I'd carry that feeling with me no matter where I went. Because sometimes, it's not the place. It's the memories it gives you that stays forever.